HIMT, Hindustan Institute of Maritime Training.
Human error or any machinery fault, human error.
So you call it as
machinery fault.
Human error. So you think you are generalizing. Sorry, human error, sir. What else you can think of, my friend? You looking at that will get you wrongly.
Stress. Machinery fault.
Huh? Why?
Negligence.
Anybody can
Not
inform
following
it.
safety.
Huh?
Not following procedures.
Why you have to follow safe working practice? Why you have to follow? Should you tell a fellow who has done class 4 to say that hey, you have to follow safe working practice? Should he not know? So what is happening? Your supervision is not there. Your system failure. Just you don't say, sir, human error, sir, so you think you will pass. System error. Somebody to supervise the job or not? As a second engineer, should you not supervise? If you fail to supervise, accidents will definitely take place. Yes or no, my friend? So please note, accidents are happening because people are not following safe working practice. They follow their one. I don't bother. SMS you don't follow. So SMS you follow. If you have not understood SMS, you have to ask your senior. You have to train your people how to do safe working practice. Safe working practice means including lifting devices. Please understand, lifting devices. If they use wrong, what will happen? It will only fail. It will drop on them. So before lifting an item, you must know the certified weight of that particular item. Then we go to prevention. You have to prevent accident taking place. Why, my friend? You have to prevent accident taking place. Why?
Before
For what sake? For whose purpose?
our own purpose.
Your purpose. Can you elaborate? Yes. Whose purpose you are following safe working practice? Huh? See, somebody is already telling what is that open mind your mouth. Family welfare. So your family welfare comes in your safe working practice. If you are injured, only 2 fingers gone. Will they employ you again? No, sir. So what happened to your family? What happened to the promise you gave to the family that I will come back home safely with account full of money? My friend has stopped after coming to this class. No more pocket full of money, bag full of money, account full of money. So please understand, like that you have to prevent accident taking place. Next is why reporting, whom you are reporting to? You are reporting to the company. What has happened, why it has happened, all those details you are reporting to the company. What is the company doing? It has to come on board. Superintendent has to come on board and investigate. Once investigation report is made, he is sending it to Black State. Seriousness of the problem, Black State will come and investigate. Then they send a report to IMO. Why they are sending a report to IMO?
We can prevent the future accidents. They will send us a
Apart from that, can you add any other point? Why IMO? IMO is the regulatory authority, na? Why your Black State has to inform IMO?
And some controls or new regulations if needed, you can.
Okay, accident prevention come under what regulations? Talk loud. Yes, SOLAS regulation. So any amendment necessary, IMO will take care. Any support necessary for the staff, office will give, because to prevent that action, they have to prevent that accident, they have to take some action. Maybe my friend will report, sir, the say this thing, the 15 devices have failed. So more and more they will check, come and check also. And about tax date, maybe they are not going for proper inspection of the ship or the company office. So one to the other, investigation, reporting is necessary. When the reporting is done, lessons are learned. For whom? For the seafarers. For the seafarers, lessons are learned. Why? My friend already told me, to prevent future in the same accident. Something else can happen, but not the same. Please understand, that is the one. Next, my friend told me, crankcase explosion. What is crankcase explosion? Why it is? What is the chances of crankcase explosion?
First question.
Huh? Yes. So when the camera is in front of you, all are scared to give answer. Huh? They are not bothered about your wrong answer.
Oil mist in ground.
Why? Huh? What is that?
Oil mist.
Oil. What oil can cause? See, in the villages, oil is there in your ship sail. Can the oil catch fire?
Oil vapor.
Can the oil catch fire?
Oil vapor can be there.
Oil. So, what do you call it? What is this? OMT, my friend assistant.
Oil mist.
So, the word itself is there, mist. Vapor, you call it as oil mist. So, if it is coming to the flammable range, it will catch. It has got no outlet, so that case will explode. How to prevent it?
Crankcase relief.
Huh? How to?
Proper cooling should be.
Proper watch the pain. You don't believe only the varying temperature, etc. You have to go and feel. Never switch off oil mist detector and run the engine. It is helping you. So, crankcase explosion details we have already sent it. That it also please go through. If the difficulty is there, come back to us. Then relief door. Why the relief door? First is the relief door will function. If the relief door is functioning, you know very well, some problem is there inside the crankcase. You have to take action. How to do maintenance for relief door? How do you do? You have to go through your manual. Gaskets, you have to renew, you have to check the springs, etc. etc. Please note, next is scavenge fire. Why scavenge fire is taking place? Any answer, my friend? Why scavenge fire? How much is the temperature you maintain for scavenge on your vessel? What time alarm will come? 55 degrees. Supposing the alarm has come, what is your immediate action? Immediate action when the alarm is coming.
You have to slow down the engine.
Well, my friend, alarm will come immediately. You will slow down. Huh? Can't you reduce the temperature? How do you scavenge at temperature? Then you have to check why it is rising. Then only your corrective actions will come. Scavenge fire only, you can reduce the engine after engine bridge. You can cut out, all those points will come. Okay, now we continue on scavenge fire. Scavenge fire at second place. How do you fight in your vessel? How? Can you tell me the procedure for opening steam for scavenge fire? Number 3, you need to turn fire. You've got 7 units. How do you? All 7 units have got steam, huh? Then?
Every unit separate.
Tell me the procedure, man. This has been informed the other day. I showed you also how to open heating stream. My friend only thinking that I have not shown him scavenge fire.
Drain the light.
But how to open heating stream?
Crack open and drain the light.
Huh? Before what do you do? Steam has to be open for a bunker tank. What do you do?
Drain the return line.
But half answer, how do I accept? Yes, my friend, good friend. How do you open heating stream? He will say, sir, I was in the offshore vessel, sir. Hey, you have to recall your earlier vessel. You have always been in offshore. Then you think about it. How do you open heating stream?
First I will keep the outlet valve
Outlet?
crack open.
Why do you say outlet?
Return line.
Return line. Why do you open the return line first?
To avoid wire drawing effect, otherwise it will lead to hammering.
Okay. Before opening steam, what do you do?
You have to keep the drain cock open so that
Why you open the drain cock open?
to avoid water hammering.
To avoid water going in the line. So at source itself, before opening the manifold, you are opening the drain to check whether the steam is there or water is there. Should you not do the same thing for scavenge fire? What will happen if you don't drain and use it for scavenge fire?
Water will go into the
There is chance for valve to break
Huh?
for plants.
How much will be the expansion from water to steam when there is fire?
1,500.
Huh? How much?
1,700.
1,700. So can the scavenge space hold? So that is the point to understand scavenge fire. First and foremost you have to prevent. How do you prevent scavenge fire? What precautions you take while overhauling the unit? This point also informed to you, man.
Regular cleaning of the scavenge.
Regular cleaning. I am asking what you do when unit is overhauled for the piston.
chain piston.
Why change piston rings? Will your manager allow?
Check piston.
You just saying change piston ring. Why you change? You have to inform me, na? Why you change every overall, how much is the hours for overall for your engine?
16,000 hours.
Huh?
16,000 hours.
16,000 hours. So now you inform me why you have to change the piston ring in 16,000 hours.
Otherwise clearance will increase, which will create
Clearance
problems.
will increase. Only clearance you are bothered
Chance
about.
for
What is the main
wear.
property of your piston ring?
Chances of failure.
Huh? What is the
Chance
main
for-
property of your piston ring?
to seal the compressed gas.
You have lost elasticity.
Elasticity.
What is the main property, man? How it is able to seal?
Elasticity.
Now my friend is saying elasticity, the point which was informed he forgot. Resilience. Please note that word, that should be informed. You are an engineer. It is not elasticity, that is the meaning, but resilience property of that piston ring. Please note, if you are doing all these things, your scavenge fire will be avoided. Piston overall time you have to take all the care so that your stuffing box rings, your stuffing box seals, etc. you look after, and your piston all are okay, no flow pass. Okay, next point. Starting airline explosion. Why it is taking place? Okay, why it is taking place? How the heat can go to the starting air system?
Starting air wall leaks.
Starting air wall leaking, air only will leak, no?
So from combustion chamber spark can go.
Sometimes backflow can also take place. So please understand. So that is why as soon as RFA is given, you are shutting the starting main valve. You are opening the drain, checking also. So that please understand that precaution you have to take. and you have to periodically check whether the starting air line is getting heated or not for various reasons. So please understand, it is connected to all units now. Somewhere there is some leak of exhaust gas, etc., it can come. So please understand, you have to feel and see there is also a thermometer to check the temperature. In case, your starting air explosion can take place. That is also given to you. And there, in check up any difficulty, you can contact us. Okay, we will come to boilers a little later. Safe working practice. Please note in the SMS, they have given for you all the procedures. We have to follow SMS procedure, provided SMS procedure same like what is given to your equipment as per manufacturer's instruction. So you have to cross check. Something the clerical error can come that should not cause a problem for the operator. So safe working practice. Very, very important. Don't worry about the time. You have to worry about safe working practice to return back home safely and enjoy with your family. That is more important than the time. So time is no problem. Safe working practice is the main point to check. What is near miss? Can you think of some points for near miss? Tell me, man. What is near miss when you cross the road? When you cross the road, what is the near miss? All are scared of, speaking in front of camera.
All are
Huh?
very fast.
What is near miss when you cross the road?
Chance for car to come.
What prevention you take for that?
You have to check both sides. You have to check both sides.
What is that known as?
Risk assessment.
Risk assessment. So even though you take risk assessment, sometimes you miss, but no accident. Okay, it is only a near miss incident. It could have caused accident, but you have to record. Then only you can take it. ISM says that is also considered as incident, so that you have to record, take corrective action to see that it is not repeated. Every day, my friend is having near miss, company will not accept you. But company must have a policy to encourage people coming with near miss incident, so that no action will be taken. Company should give you confidence. So that is near miss. Advantages are there. Many points we have already explained to you. Training your staff for safe watch keeping. Why you have to train? It comes in STCW, it comes in MLC, it comes in ISM. So please note, all the three put together, you are always given the point, train your staff. What they are trained ashore, it is in general. When they are coming on board the ship, you have to make sure that your staff is trained for watchkeeping. Watchkeeping means safety is the top priority. How do you train your staff for safety in watch? What you consider as safety? Yes, my friend. What you consider it as safe watchkeeping? Thinking. Tell me,
Without any incidents or near miss.
you have to speak. Yeah. Come on, man.
So proper round.
Proper round. Is that rather giving the full information? Safe working practice and safe watchkeeping. Why they keep watch, independent watch? You have been on independent watchkeeper, no? So how do you keep watch? Just you go there and no alarm, you are happy, huh? Tell me, man, what is your safe watch keeping point. Yes, my good friend. So nobody has gone through the full logic. There is no need to send further. Second engineer's point for working on watch keeping and keeping safe watch keeping sent a long time before. You people have to go through it. Please understand. We can only inform. Please note what is safe watch keeping. When you are there, you are also looking after fire safety, escape route in case any problem. Then whether life jacket is there in the control room in a usable condition. Supposing you are in a cold area, whether TPA is also there. All these points are your part of watch. Then your staff members, are they wearing personal protective equipment during watch? What is required personal protective equipment in watch?
Boiler chute, helmet, safety shoes.
Safety shoes. Then
Boiler chute,
okay.
helmet, gloves.
Indian room watch and talking about
Earmuff. Earmuff.
Why earmuff?
To avoid noise.
Okay, what do you check with your crew members for earmuff? It is an important point now. He should not suffer for loss of hearing. So what do you check with the earmuff?
Should have some letters like the EU.
Why only my friend is answering, man? Nobody else can answer, huh? Yes, my friend, why? What do you check for earmuff?
Come.
What do you check for earmuff, friend? See, we do not like you to use earplug. We are very clear in our mind you have to use only earmuff. Okay, while earmuff is there, what is your mind to check the earmuff?
This to the standard.
Physical condition.
Huh?
Condition of it. Physical condition. Any damage.
Is it up
Sir,
to
whether it is standard ones.
How much noise it
What is earmuff? What is earmuff?
Noise.
It has to form a shield now, so that the sound does not go, it is arrested. Can it arrested? Some of your people will be wearing a badge one, taped. Will that help him? So it is your duty. If it is not there, take it from stores, give him a new one, so that it should have some spring action, so that when he is removing it, when he is putting it back again, it will be tightened, so that must be noted. These not only safety shoes. Supposing his shoes are torn, will you allow him? Because please note, my friends, 2017, more than $220 million spent on trips, falls. Why you have to spend? Why you have to be injured? So this is the problem. Please note, people are trying to run in rough weather. You have to avoid running, going to the depth even. Don't go unless otherwise you are specifically informed, unless you take special risk assessment confirmed with your seniors who has authorized you to do the job. So please understand, trip falls, it has costed $220 million. 2017, 2018 report has not yet come. So please understand, for that reason, you have to wear personal protective equipment to watch. Then, what do you check for your firefighting items in the watch? Yes. What do you check for the firefighting items in your watch?
fire detector?
You don't have any firefighting equipment.
Take fire rooms.
Huh?
Take fire rooms.
Why you talk about deck fire hose? What is all the equipment that is there in the equipment?
Fire rounds, sir.
Huh?
Fire rounds.
You are bothered only about fireworks, I am talking about equipment. I am talking about equipment. What is all the firefighting equipment in the Indian government? Now you say
Portable extinguisher.
portable extinguisher. How many portable extinguishers? How many portable extinguishers? Say, in your ship. You have to go to the ship and come. The ship here. Can you go and come? Huh? Okay. What is the firefighting media in the portable extinguisher?
Foam.
Only foam.
Maximum foam, CO2.
Don't tell me maximum. I am asking you what is on the firefighting media. He says 48 maximum foam. How do I calculate? Why you have got so many firefighting media?
According to the locations.
What is your knowledge on that? You told me 48. You told me different media. Should you not be knowing which media you have to use for which type of fire? Then you need not have to be informing your students. So, what can be used for all classes of fire, my dear friend? Nobody should answer. He says, no, why? No. Which fire you cannot fight with water?
You can fight, sir, but after
No, you tell me. You told me no, no. You told me no. Why is that fight came? No. Which fire you think you cannot fight with water? Think about it. If it is wrong, we will clear your doubt. Which fire?
Electrical.
Electrical. What is all the classes of fire that you have been informed? What is all the classes of fire? Can you tell me the classes of fire? Because we have to remove your doubt. So for that it is necessary you open your mouth, come out what you know.
A, B.
What is A? You just say ABC, some alphabet is being done.
Harmonization, sir.
What is A?
Harmonization.
Okay, what is then? What is B?
Liquid fire.
Huh?
Liquid fire.
Liquid fire. See? Talk little loud. Atmosphere. See? Hey, don't give him any guide. Yes, if he is not knowing, let him know now.
Gas.
Then D.
Electrical fire. Metal.
Then what else is there?
Yes, sir.
What else is there? Only with D you stop, huh? You gave me some other point, no?
Electrical.
What is that class? What is that class? Electrical. My friend is giving you wrong ideas. There is no electrical fire, which it has already been clarified to you. Please listen to the class. Always, it is very difficult for you to clear the examination. No electrical fire. Electrical is a heat source. Cables can catch fire. Any other things can catch fire. What your friend told K, that is for Ganapathy. Not electrical fire. So my friend is also wrong. He also has to correct himself. Okay, so IMO I have already sent you that also. A, B, C, D, K. So please understand.
Sir, A, B, C, D, F or K, sir?
F also, K also, depends upon flag states.
What we should tell, sir?
Same only. F and K same. But certain people follow ISO, certain people follow OSHA. So please understand, but the point remains the same. Which you are following, okay. Point is that E is removed. Point is E is removed. So my friends will watch. Now you clarify me what is all you will inform your watchkeeper regarding firefighting. Please go through again, because accidents do happen. When accidents are happening, the engineer should not suffer or the engine staff should not suffer. Now you please bring back more points. Why in the watch keeping, what is all the other points in watch keeping as far as safety is concerned. Safe watch keeping is the point, na? All of you are for the UMS vessel.
Sir, to check fire detection systems are working properly.
Huh?
Fire detection system. Fire alarms, fire detection system.
So my friend says fire control systems. How do you check fire detection, fire fighting?
No
How
fire
do you
alarm
check?
should be isolated.
Huh?
Sir,
One is not working. Can you put your screen and isolate it and work?
no sir, no sir.
Why?
No possible.
Why, man? Please note, such an incidents have taken place, black state will not allow it, fourth state will not allow it. Recently, the chief engineer has been caught, his certificate has been brought down, level reduced. So please note, you are taking the certificate for taking responsibility. If the responsibility you don't take, it means it will be degraded. The chief engineer certificate has been degraded. The investigation is still going on. So please understand, when you are on watch, very, very important point is safety. Even now people have not told me, UMS vessel, what is the important safety you look into?
Bilge alarm.
Huh?
Bilge alarm.
My friend is now coming, bilge alarm. How often you test bilge alarm?
Sir, every day sir.
Every
day.
Every day before you
leave the engine room
and lock in the engine room, you have to check bilge alarm. See, by doing all these things, your staff have to be trained for each and every firefighting equipment. Please note, the wrong information have gone. That is why many people are saying electrical fire. Please get removed from your mind. Same thing you have to get it to the ship staff. Hey, there is no electrical fire. It is a heat source. When you see a final smoke is coming, what do you do first?
Which one?
Isolate. That is the point you are saying, na? Isolate. Then whatever is a nearby one, raise alarm and do it. Not that you will straight away go and fight. That's what last week some candidate told, no? Straight away you will go and fight. Huh? How it is possible? So, isolation. Next point, documents.
Sir, apart from this checking bilge alarm and checking fire control systems, apart from this, everything is that.
All your fire extinguishers, hydrants, etc., you have to check. My friend already told me, now hoses, etc. It's your job. Then escape route, which we have already informed you. Escape route. So that what is important? In case of problem, people in the snow, how to get out. We have been repeatedly informing you. Do not get panicky. You have to know what is all the emergencies in the familiarization. You should not be in a panicky state. Whatever emergency is coming, there is a way for you to handle. If the emergencies cannot be handled, there is still sufficient time to lower the lifeboat and go. So, panicky situation will cause more problems. Okay, next, documents for continuous training. What is all the documents required for continuous training? You have to record. Whatever you have trained, every week there is a practical training, there is a theoretical training. So you have to make your staff bring proper notebook to record whatever has been informed. You sign it, the staff member will sign, the PSC will be happy to see that yes, you have been training them continuously. Every week you can take a topic. Yes, you are training them for practical. 5-10 minutes enough. In the control room itself, there is a thing available, not computer available, screen is available. 3 or 4 people can watch. Easy. There is no problem. You are in the engine room, very limited people. So please understand that is necessary documents are necessary. Now, boiler. Why boiler incidents are taking place? Yes, my friend, why every day we are listening to some ship boiler when they are flashing, the problem is why?
Proper purchasing.
Huh?
No proper pre-purchasing.
Why it is automated, na? Automation not working. So when automation is not working, should you try it on auto? This point you have to note, because automation not working, or people keep on, hey, it's not working, no, it work now, work now. So they keep on spoiling that and rollback happens. So please understand, it is necessary for you to maintain the boiler equipment. Fine. Don't touch the automation servo system. It is not for you. If it is wrong, change over to manual, take precautions and fire and call for help. ETO will be there, or if you are going to be a second engineer, you must know how to rectify. So please understand, do not keep firing the boiler unless otherwise you know that the purging etc. has been done. It is because of carelessness, negligence, lack of knowledge. All these things are coming together. Ultimately, people say, sir, blowback, sir. Huh? Who is blowback? This fellow firing and checking whether fire is coming or not, blowback hits him. Yes or no? Should somebody check the furnace when you started the boiler? There is a glass, you can only see through the glass. Not by lifting the glass and seeing. So blowback comes. Please understand, my dear friends, that is the point. So more will be shown to you later on. Incinerator, what is the problem comes in? Incinerator is another small boiler, isn't it? So incinerator, you are also dumping waste cloth, etc. So at that time, what is happening? You have to take care. You should not overload. Overloading can cause problem. Overloading can cause problem. Then what else? When the sea is rough, do not try to stuff. Keep another person with you. Because when you open the furnace door, there is also a clamp given. You have to lock it up so it won't come down. So the chain is lost. So my friend says, hey, I can hold it in one hand, push it through the other hand. In the meanwhile, there is a heavy weather. It falls, and my friend has lost his right arm. The fourth engineer lost his right arm in his process. So keep the device, when the door is open, there must be a place to clamp it so that the door does not close. So that you can dump it as required only, not extra. The door sometimes not closed because of extra. So you put it on fire and run away because you are in a hurry to go. Don't do it. When you have come to the engine room, the first job must be to fire incinerator so that morning 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock you are coming. You are going to be there for some time. So that time any alarm coming you can watch. Not at the time to go for tea or lunch. He is in a hurry. He is trying to do it. These problems come only when something is done in a hurry, overstuffing. Please note, why should the fourth engineer lose his right forearm? The door slammed on him because heavy weather. He was not following safe working practice, no chain to hold it. So he was holding it in one hand, trying to push it. The alarm came because furnace door was not closed properly. He has started the fire and gone. It takes some time for the alarm. Now, moment he has gone to the smoke room, the alarm came. So he rushed. Oh, this only, no? He lifted, pushed. In the process, heavy weather, rolling, the door slammed on him. It is in mass reports, we have already put it also. Please understand, you are not going on board the ship for meeting with accident. Okay, now let us go to inform you for clearing your written exam as well oral. Repeatedly I am informing you. Any staff member 15 minutes before he closes his class, ask him for doubts. Clarify your doubts then and there. Don't postpone it for tomorrow. My friend is not here today. He should not come back and say, "Ah, you are not informed." So it is the duty of his friends to confirm to him. Note, take standing instructions as second engineer would issue with respect to action to be taken in the event of void or uptake fire. Show how the instance of uptake fire may be minimized. State the reasons for blowback from the furnace of an auxiliary boiler. Take the standing instruction you as a second engineer would issue with respect to avoidance of boiler furnace blowback. My dear friends, first and foremost, you have to understand why uptake fire. What causes uptake fire?
Accumulation of soot.
Accumulation of
Soot in the position.
How to prevent accumulation of soot?
Proper combustion. Air fuel ratio should be proper.
Air fuel ratio will be proper. Okay. Next.
We should do proper soot blowing every time.
What?
Soot blowing should be
Soot
done
blowing. What type of soot blowing do you have on your vessel?
by
Steam. How much pressure?
around 6 to 7 bar.
This 6 to 7 bar. So is there any arrangement in the soot boiler to give all places there inside to get steam?
Yes, we can rotate.
What is that? Think about your soot boiler equipment. The soot boiler equipment is made for that boiler to blow the soot, isn't it? So 6, 7 bar you are applying. Is it enough?
Inside there will be nozzle provided. Nozzle will be.
So that equipment particulars you must remember so that it is uniformly. Sometimes you are rotating by hand so that you are operating the blower movements. Okay, so by movement you are operating. Okay. Prior to that, what do you do? You are blowing the soot. Prior blowing soot, what do you do?
You should inform it.
First about it, what do you do for keeping the soot corrected there? The soot has to be loose, no?
We should put soot sticks.
He is using
Chemical.
stick. Any other point? He is using soot sticks. Where do you insert soot sticks?
There will be some there is some provision given where we can insert stick on
What
floor.
is the provision? There is some provision given. Can anybody help your friend, man? So only he is answering, others are happily watching, yeah? Yes, my friend, what is the provision? You said some provision is there, you will put the soot sticks. What is the provision?
That is a part of soot blower.
Small chamber.
Where do you put the soot sticks?
Before
Where do you put it, man?
before connecting air or steel, we have to connect.
Okay, anybody else used any other point, not only soot stick?
Soot powder.
Soot
Soot powder.
powder. How do you put the powder?
There is a separate chamber. Chamber.
There is a separate, separate, you apply air
Yeah.
and under that it is pushing it and going. Why it is done? How earlier you do before blowing soot? How many hours before blowing soot you do that? Can you blow soot immediately?
We have to increase RPM, sir.
Hey, my friend, you people have forgotten watch keeping.
We have to increase RPM.
Supposing you are blowing soot in 4 to 8, 12 to 4 fellow will put the soot eradicator or soot stick and go and give a small firing tube. Okay, afterwards when you come there, there is sufficient, it has spread, so eradicator has spread all around and waiting for you to blow the soot. It is making the soot loose, so that once you blow, it will go through the funnel out. Then only my friend says, before blowing soot, I have to check with the duty officer whether I can blow soot. So that is the information you take and record it also. And record it also, which is very, very important. Because the soot that is collected should go off. If it is going to stay there, what will happen? How much is your temperature after turbocharger, after your exhaust gas economizer?
180.
What is the exhaust gas economizer? Inlet and outlet for your vessel?
220, 180. 220, 180.
220 itself, your exhaust gas. Think about it before answering.
300.
352.
320, 350. How much is the outlet?
220.
After the heat is exchanged, how much is the outlet?
Around 200.
How much drop? How much temperature drop in the exhaust gas
150.
economizer? Please note, all these points are important, man. You are saying, sir, I have put 350 in that. Huh? How do you know the heat is exchanged? Can you throw the same heat outside, then there is no need for exhaust gas economizer, isn't it? How much is the heat drop?
50 to
How many
70.
degrees?
Around 100 degrees. 80 to 100 degrees.
Huh?
Around 80 to 100 degrees.
80 to 100 degrees it will drop. Huh?
Sir, 50 degrees.
So please understand, your uptake temperature is lesser than the exhaust gas out. Hey, my friend, you have come very late. I don't know whether attendance will be accepted or not. So you have to know that uptake temperature is reduced after your exhaust gas boiler or generator. Minimum 80 degrees will be a drop. So it will go to along with the gas outside. If the heat is going to stay, what will happen if the exhaust gas boiler is soot is kept not blown out at a time when it is conducive, it will catch fire. When it is catching fire, what do you do for exhaust gas boiler? What is the firefighting method on your ship for exhaust gas boiler? You have been on watch, you have been in UMS vessel. Please understand, there is a provision for exhaust gas boiler firefighting or not?
Yes, sir.
Huh? What is the provision? What do you do?
There is a water
You have to
connection.
first stop further flow of exhaust gas informing the bridge. Today you cannot isolate. You have to stop the engine, then boundary cooling. Then boundary cooling. Close all the possibilities for air. Then boundary cooling. Then the fire will go slowly. If not going, you have to wait. Only boundary cooling is the only answer. Some ships might have been forwarded with some firefighting equipment like steam smothering and all. Procedure is available. You cannot do it when the fire is on. When the fire is gone only, you can smother it to see that the fire is not going to take place again. Next point. Okay, my friend is fire extinguished by boundary cooling. Now my friend is seeing inside exhaust gas boiler, more than half is burnt. What do you do for taking the engine further? No answer?
The exhaust gas economizer burned.
Huh? Burnt half, more than half burnt.
We can bypass
Drain
easily.
You can bypass, there is no bypass.
No, drain the EG.
Drain the
Water.
drain the water. It is already, you have shut off the circulating pump. Drain the water, whatever is remaining, use it as silencer. Finished. You can reduce your RPM and go, make it as a silencer. For all these things, your chief engineer will make a report so that the ship can reach a safe port. After exhaust boiler has to be investigated for the accident happened, then renewal of exhaust gas boiler. Okay, my friends, now let us see. Action to be taken in the event of Detector. Raise engineer's alarm. Inform bridge. Reduce RPM to reduce heat load on the boiler tubes. Before reducing engine to RPM, bridge has to be informed. Telegraph you operate from engine room. Never bother for your phoning. Telegraph is there. But telegraph you give, you have to acknowledge. That is recorded also. So don't make a mistake. The true telegraph you operate your engine. If possible, confirm from bridge. Cover the turbocharger coil with fire resistant material. Keep boiler water circulating pump running to maintain circulation for some time. Boundary cooling to start and carry out outside area boiler. Avoid blowing soot. If water levels is falling rapidly, then ruptured tubes is the reason. If so, stop circulating pump. Please note earlier, you are running the circulating pump. The level is dropping, then you know the tubes are ruptured. Then you are stopping the circulating pump. High capacity washing is fitted, may be used for extinguishing the fire sometimes. Once the fire has been extinguished, exhaust tanking to be checked for debris and exhaust gas boiler blanked from the steam and water side. Please note, engine should be turned on the turning gear and check water from ruptured boiler tube has not entered engine cylinder. This is the point you must check, because exhaust gas boiler should not bring water to the engine side. Incidents of uptake fire can be minimized by ensured efficient complete combustion of fuel in the main engine and boiler or soot. The unburnt carbon particles also originate from there. Running boiler near full load periodically helps expelling. This point was explained to you in the boiler tank. You have to keep the boiler minimum 50% load. Sometimes you have to keep it full load so that the unburnt things here can be driven out. Understand that point. Carry out soot going regularly as specified in the boiler manual /SMS. You should not forget boiler manual to be referred always. Ensure fuel being filtered, purified properly as per SMS manual. Water washing of boiler tubes to be carried out as per SMS manual. What is water washing? In port, you are cleaning the tubes. Afterwards, you are water washing. Where you collect all those things?
Soot collecting tank. Soot collecting tank.
You are collecting everything. You are not throwing it out. It has to be landed ashore separately. This is taking place. You have to understand. Blowback fire takes place by attempting to fire the boiler. Presence of oil in the combustion chamber. This point was already mentioned. FD fan damper not operating properly. See, what is the type of burner you use accordingly? You have to maintain the burner. That is a point. In case of failure to boiler firing, cause of failure to be investigated. You cannot keep on trying with regular intervals following boiler manual. Ensure leakages in FD fan are free, well lubricated, and the action is as programmed. Check automation of burner and boiler firing, no smoke. Please understand, sometimes you give little bit excess air. That excess air percentage must also be control. Please understand this is the answer for your that particular question. See, we should worry about going through what is happening around the world. When there is an accident taking place, all of you are covered. So P&A club will come in. They are paying for the accident for the staff member. So they also will say why it is happening. They will also say how to avoid accidents, avoiding boiler blow-ups. Boiler explosions, defects, although not common, do happen from time to time. For example, testing of the boiler water should be scheduled maintenance task and samples forwarded to specialists. Water chemistry is very, very important. Boiler water must be kept in. Sending it to shore for testing. Okay, when the test report is coming, it is the duty of the chief engineer and second engineer to follow it up. Otherwise, what is the point of sending it? Today, many boiler treatment chemical suppliers, they come to draw the sample because they don't want to make a mistake because the boiler is under their control. So boiler water chemistry under their control. So they want to draw the sample. The energy released in a boiler explosion is tremendous. And poor boiler not. We have already informed you that boiler repairs have to be done only by boiler manufacturers specialists, not anybody. It has to be approved by class. The class will also be involved in the boiler repair. After the boiler repair, these are all your classification procedures to be followed. What is the lessons learned? Ensure the engine crew maintain the boiler and so boiler degradation. Always use specialists for steel repairs in boilers. Ensure class approval for any repairs to the boilers. Please make a note of these four. Very, very important. You can answer in the orals also. You can answer it. It is not for any other reason you are going. It is going for yearning. You are going for yearning. Yearning why? To protect your family. So, what happened? Can he be applied again? Can he stay idle at home? Can he again join to see? All these problems have happened to that man. So please understand that is a torture for life. So see, marks reports are also, we are giving you the points are same. See here, the points are same. All people give the same point. Ensure engine crew maintain boiler as per specification, a clean, well maintained boiler, always specialist for repairs. So these 4 points are identical. Anyway, that yes, these are all the things. Okay, besides, how many tubes you can put? According to the manual. Okay, you have plugged 40%.
Reduce the steaming capacity.
Please note, as and when you plug, your steaming capacity reduces. Please note this point. When you are plugging, my friend says the manufacturer has given 30% plugging. The manufacturer will also say how much reduced steaming capacity. My dear friends, the other day I told you to check up what is your boiler's steaming capacity. How many people have found Supply of air steam burner. Air steam required for adequate firing. So please note, excess air steam to be reduced or avoided. That point is enough. Excess is to be avoided. Structural importance. What is the structural importance? Boiler in a high pressure vessel generating high temperature steam. You have been talked about superheater. You have been informed about superheater. So please note, outer shell or structure is an important part which is not only contains the pressure but keeps the temperature of the flue gas intact. Things to be checked. Leakage from the boiler shell must also be checked. This occurs mainly due to deformation or the bulging. The insulation of the boiler must be checked for any damage or leakage. The refractory should be checked at least once in a month for their condition. When it is asked in the orals, you say, sir, arrival port, when there is a time permitting, my first job will be to shut down the boiler, check the refractory, because refractory is a very, very important point. Any damage to refractory will lead to local overheating. Check refractory and replace damaged refractory. The other day we informed you that is your Clibrico, that is the cement. It comes in the package, you have to break it, make it powder, mix with good water and use it as a cement. Check for any black spots. Ensure insulation of the shell is properly maintained. How do you know that the insulation is not properly maintained? How do you know? You are walking around the boiler. How do you know the insulation is right?
And feel the radiation.
Heat will be, radiation, heat will be affected more. So that is the point you must refer. Insulation is not there, radiation heat will be more. Blow down control. The other day we showed you. Okay. Avoid continuous long blow down. Regular short blow down recommended. Keep a regular check on boiler water chloride content. See what is happening? Normally, every day a short blow is given. So that whatever is down below it will go. All depends upon the area. You have to follow Marford regulations. Please understand chloride content. How much is the chloride content for your boiler?
It should be around 30. Maximum allowed is 120.
200. Any one.
Maintain.
So they are maintaining around 30 ppm, sir.
Chlorides, how much you
Minimum is
maintain for
32
your boiler?
50 ppm. Less than 50 ppm.
My friend is very clever, he is saying 50. What is the maximum allowed?
200 ppm.
200 ppm. If you look at the book, they will say 150. So don't exceed beyond 150. You are maintaining it in and around 150. It is very difficult to maintain 50, but yes, you can. Okay, but at the same time, it will be below 150. Boiler loading. You have to understand. Highest efficiency of the boiler can be achieved at 2/3 of full load. Therefore, highest efficiency of the boiler can be achieved on 2/3 load. So you should not run it on low load for a longer time. So avoid running the boiler below 25%. Reduces significantly below this load. Efficiency. Okay. Soot deposits. Now we are coming to the last point, my friends. Please note. Soot is causing problem. Hey, don't talk, man. Recommended to install a dial type thermometer at the base of the stack To monitor the exhaust flue gas temperature, you have to keep a dial gauge which is more good. When flue gas temperature is rises to about 20 degrees from the normal, above the temperature for newly cleaned boiler, it is time to remove the soot deposits. Please note that is the indication will come. Normal temperature after the exhaust gas boiler, say it is around 250. Supposing it is increasing to by another 20, it means some soots are deposited. So please understand that is the point you must understand. Let us see the next one. Normal boiler mistakes. So my friend already told me, first point, starting a boiler without pre-purging. Starting the boiler without pre-purging. At least run the FD fan for 2 minutes. Forget about 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Nothing wrong in 5 minutes. So that you are driving out the whatever flue gas was there earlier and your other unburnt carbon, and you are throwing it to atmosphere then only. So pre-purging. Ignoring furnace blowback. Please understand, several accidents in the past involving furnace blowback have led to fatal situations. Still, many engineers overlook this danger and fire furnace even when attempt ends with flame failure and blowback. One of the reasons is stated above, no pre-purging furnace. Please note, when the flame failure has come, investigate further before operating. Don't keep on operating. Please note, this is the major problem. Blowback. Bypassing alarm, another big problem. And safety alarms. This is a common practice among seafarers who bypass some of the safety or automation sequence to shorten operating procedure. He is planning his own procedure. He wants a shortcut because he has to go back to his cabin. So at that time, the problem comes. No checks on boiler refractory. Dirty gauge glass. How to blow down the gauge glass? Anyone? How to blow down the gauge glass? Tell me, man. Anyone? Means anyone volunteer?
Close water and steam.
How do you blow down? What is the normal procedure you follow? So nobody knows.
First, you have to keep both the water and steam cup closed. Then drain cup to open. So once all drain comes, you have to open and shut steam cup to open and shut to ensure steam is flowing, and water cup to open and shut.
First you open water or steam?
First water to open.
Then you wait.
No, sir, now,
say steam.
now drain cock is open.
Hey, my friend. First is
Okay, sir.
shut the drain cock.
Okay.
Open the drain cock. Open the water crack and shut. Then steam, so that whatever is the remaining sediment, steam will blow it. Then finally shut the drain. Open first water. The gauge will be full. Then open steam. The pressure difference will be shown. That is the way you do it. Supposing one gauge glass is empty, another gauge glass is normal. What will you do for the boiler?
Stop the boiler.
Stop the
Stop the
boiler.
boiler. That is the point. Don't hesitate. This point is repeatedly informed to you so that you will answer and pass and get out. People still are hesitant to answer. No, sir, I will blow down. You blow down when you have already observed. It is time for you to take immediate action. Immediate action is to shut down the boiler. Pilot burner check. Go clean up of the burner. These are all the points for you to note that you don't make this mistake. Cold condition. My friend, somebody is under the impression that in cold country when the boiler is laid up and you are starting that, I go there and switch on the auto, sir. Why don't you start on auto? Do you agree? Huh?
No, sir.
Do you agree? Why he is saying that they have not been trained? So what is the training for you in cold? Boiler has to be started very slowly by hand. 2 minutes firing, followed by 10 or 15 minutes, whatever is the frequency you have to follow to avoid thermal shock. Wrong operation of EGP. This is not the point, that is another one. Exhaust gas boiler comes with water circulating pump. It is important to start this pump well ahead, at least 2 hours of starting main engine, and to be stopped 12 hours after stopping the main engine. Please note, this is another very important point for your examination. Exhaust gas economizer. 2 hours before the engine started, you have to circulate. 12 hours after engine is stopped, finished with engine, you have to stop. People don't follow, then the problem will come. Thermal shock, EGP fire, all those things. So please note, procedures have to be followed as stipulated. This is from manual only. Please understand. Exhaust gas boiler, circulating pump. Cleaning of EGP tubes. It is very much essential. Passage of exhaust gases which heats the water. If these smoke tubes are not cleaned regularly, it can lead to soot deposits. When ignited, soot can lead to major soot fire, followed by hydrogen or iron fire. So please note, my dear friends, many of you have not been informed about hydrogen fire. The steel can catch fire. The other day I told you in the boiler class. The steel can catch fire. How did you make steel in the Kupalo? By heating. How much you heat? Above 800, 850 degrees, steel can catch fire. So that is why the exhaust boiler is totally gone. You are making use as a silencer. Okay, my friends, please understand what is the difference between normal boiler and exhaust gas boiler using circulating pump. I will see the answer from you. What is the speciality of exhaust gas boiler and why do you use circulating pump?
Or more heat transfer. Or more heat transfer.
Huh?
Or more heat transfer.
How much heat transfer?
Because we have
Between
exhaust.
your normal boiler and the exhaust gas boiler, how much is the heat transfer?
3 times more.
Heat transfer?
3 times. 4 times.
Huh?
3 times more.
Oh, 3-4 times. So your boiler manual has given only 3-4 times. Whereas this boiler manual gives different. Your book is giving different. So whatever told in the class you are not recording. It is minimum 8 times. My friend writes everything but he forgot writing. It is there in the books also, my dear friends.
He only writes.
Okay, you can switch off the camera, my friend. Then we come back after the break. So, my friend, this is exhaust gas boiler, heat recovering system on ships. Exhaust gas boiler, when they are asking what is exhaust gas boiler, you have to say, sir, it is heat recovering system on ships. Every system which is operated on high temperature always have a risk of fire. Please understand that. This applies to exhaust gas boiler also. Please note how much is the temperature? 300 to 400 degrees. The most common type of exhaust gas boiler used on ships, water tube boilers, which I have shown it to you. This is one of the simplest boilers. Please note. the steam space is same, reservoir is same. So when you are burning the oil, the reservoir it goes. When the boiler is not running, exhaust gas boiler is running, boiler is kept on auto. In case the pressure is insufficient, it will start and give additional. So here you see the circulating pump goes, it comes back here. It is only circulating water. It is not producing steam. It is only circulating water. When it comes to the steam space, steam can be coming. The reservoir remains the same. Reservoir, this is the same. Reservoir is same. It is only water is heated, steam is produced, the steam is coming back here. So please understand, then the lines remain same. I have given you one of the simplest boilers. This is the exhaust gas boiler, water tube.
Sir, is it same EGP and economics is same?
That is what the terminology will vary. Certain economicers will have a separate steam space. If you have got a separate steam space, then you have to have a separate safety valve. Okay. Depends upon each type. Like somebody calls it by fancy name economizer. That is the real technical name. Somebody says exhaust gas boiler. This we call it as exhaust gas boiler. Evaporator is putting both. So
In that case, no safety valve.
purpose remains the same. You call it as exhaust gas boiler or economizer. What is the purpose? Purpose is to use the exhaust gas which we have already told you, that is reheat cycle. It is heating up before it is going to atmosphere so that the heat is used. Okay, let us go. This is the simplest.
So EGP does not have the safety valve.
This will not have safety valve because still reservoir is same. Reservoir is same, that will not be. Look at it here. If the temperature is less here, where the temperature is more. When circulating already, it is producing steam. Heat transfer is 8 times.
Sir, can we tell EGB as superheater?
Huh?
Can we tell EGB as superheater?
No. What is here written? Saturated steam. What is superheater?
Always saturated steam.
I have told you the other term superheater. The saturated steam is further heated to the superheater stage. That is not superheater.
Okay.
Your point is clear?
Saturated steam.
The main consistent of the soot deposit is in particular, but in addition, some unburnt residues of fuel and lubricating oils may be deposited in the boiler. Soot deposit or fire in EGP can be due to poor combustion of fuel in main engine, due to prolonged slow steaming. Today people are saying slow steaming. If it is prolonged, then there can be a problem. Long maneuvering of the ship. You are maneuvering for 4 days, 5 days.
Oh my God.
So that can be a problem. Frequent starting and stopping of engine. Poor grade of oil and cylinder oil. These are all the reasons for your exhaust gas boiler fire. Low exhaust velocity. Low water inlet velocity, low circulation water flow ratio. All these things are important. That is why your circulating pump must be higher than the boiler pressure. Normally almost twice. Almost twice or at least 1.5 times. For a better understanding, it is better distinguish between exhaust gas boiler fire in stages rather than in types. First is normal soot fire. Second is hydrogen fire. Third is iron fire. Okay, so these three categories are there. Please don't talk. Normal soot fire, hydrogen fire, and iron fire. Normal soot fire. Soot is deposited in the water body of the exhaust gas boiler. So what happens when the ship is at slow speed? The exhaust temperature of the main engine may be varying between 100 to 200 slow speed. Okay, this temperature is enough to ignite wet soot, whose ignition temperature is around 150 degrees centigrade. It's not why before maneuvering you are advised to blow the soot. Before maneuvering you are to blow the soot. So arrival port you are blowing the soot. There is no need for departure port because we have already done. If it is possible from before departure also, it is possible you can do it. Please understand, because you are not allowing the soot to stay there. When maneuvering time, sometimes slow, sometimes you are doing it for a long hours. If the soot is dry, it will not get ignited. See, there is a difference between dry and wet. Wet means it will stick, so there is every possibility for it to catch fire. Dry means rope. When the soot is dry, it will not ignite. But when the engine is running at higher speed, the temperature of gases reaches 300 degrees. Then, in the presence of excess oxygen in the deposits of combustion materials, we liberate sufficient vapor which can be ignited by a spark or flame. When it is not ignited at low temperature, but when the higher temperature, excess oxygen, sometimes what excess oxygen means, it is giving a chance for it to catch fire. Please understand the point. When it comes to you, read it more and more. The above soot fires are called small or normal because of the heat energy is conducted away by the circulating water steam. Also, sparks remain inside the funnel or diminishes while passing through the flame arrestor to the funnel top. Please note, sometimes when the engine is running, night time, the duty officer will call you. Sparking is the reason. You got a flame arrestor. Please understand, you got a silencer, flame arrestor in all engines. If it is here, I will show you, otherwise I will try to send it to you. Please understand, you have got a silencer, you have got a flame arrestor. Hydrogen fire. Hydrogen fire in exhaust gas boiler occurs when the chemical reaction of dissociation of water takes place with temperature above 1000 degrees. This leads to formation of hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which are both combustible in nature. Please just understand that hydrogen fire can take place when the temperature is shooting above 1000 degrees. This is one type. Iron fire. At this stage, the chain reaction of the oxidation of iron metal starts at a higher temperature of 1100 degrees Celsius, which means such high temperature the tube will start burning itself, leading to complete meltdown of metal stacks. Please understand, this is the equation. You understand, if it is going above 1100, the iron fire will be there. That is why your exhaust gas boiler fully burnt. Steps for prevention. Avoid slow steaming. That is the main problem. Ensure good fuel combustion. Ensure fuel is treated and is of good quality. Today you are going through SOx and NOx. It should be of good quality. Do regular soot blow. Do water washing in pots at regular intervals. You have to water wash the tubes now, so that the tubes can exchange heat properly. There is no overheating. Ensure design of exhaust trunking to be such to provide uniform heat to complete tube stack. This is the design factor. Preheated circulating water to be supplied mainly at the time of startup. That is why you are taking it from the boiler. Boiler water temperature is high. Okay, so circulating pump should not be turned off at any time while main engine is running. When main engine is running, on no account you can shut down the circulating pump. Do not stop circulating pump for at least 2 hours after main engine is stopped. I told you 12 hours. Main engine stopped, after 12 hours only you can stop the circulating pump. Start circulating pump prior 2 hours before starting the main engine so that it can take up the heat. So please understand, inside heat is there, outside heat, there will be no problem. But you should start it 2 hours before. How to tackle exhaust gas boiler? The fire, the response will be different for different stages. When there is a stage 1 fire, normal soup fire, stop the main engine, thereby oxygen supply to the fire stopped. Continue operating the water circulating pump, never stop the pump. Never use soup boiler while firefighting, never use soup boiler. You don't think you are going soup, you are increasing your problem. Okay. Ensure that all exhaust valves in the stopped main engine are closed position so as to cut any chance of air supply to the soup fire. Please, this is not possible in all engines. Cover the filter of turbocharger, that can be possible. Water washing, if fitted, may be used to extinguish the fire. Sometimes water washing is available. This is normally connected to the ship's firefighting water system. External boundary cooling can be done. External boundary cooling can be done. For major fires, stop the engine, stop the circulating water pump, shut all the inlet-outlet valves of the circulating line, discharge water from the exhaust gas boiler by draining, cool down with plenty splash water directly on the heart of the fire. So that is the way. So cool down. Your point is mainly boundary cooling. On the heart of the fire, take care not to splash water in other parts as water can accelerate the reaction. Mainly shutting down, cooling it by boundary cooling. This is additional, which necessary we do it. So this is for steam people, which not there for you. Some silencer which is there, I will show you. Dry running. Practice of operating exhaust gas boilers without circulation through the tubes should be avoided except in emergency situations. The following normal dry running procedure must be adhered. Inform respective management office regarding the situation. Read instruction, manual section before operating the equipment in a dry condition. Engine exhaust gas temperature must be no higher than the expected maximum. The period of dry running must be as short as possible. Prior to dry running, the tube banks must be cleared and removed of all traces of soot and other accumulations. Cleaning by soot blowing must continue throughout the dry running period with at least same frequency of the normal operation. The tube bank must be drained and vented. Monitoring inlet and outlet gas temperature is important to ensure no sudden rise occurs. Okay, so please understand this is what is remaining in boiler.
Sir, can you give few points on boiler survey preparation, sir?
Huh?
Boiler survey preparation, few points.
Boiler
Points, sir.
survey.
Preparation, some important points.
Important points.
As a surveyor, you can give some important points, sir.
Boiler survey not at over.
Sir,
I have told you the other day, anyway I have repeated.
okay, sir, thank you.
First, let us complete do's and don'ts. Marine boilers is one of the most easy to operate systems on board ships. Accidents on board ships involving marine boiler has caused severe damage to property and even claimed human lives. So, according to that, your do's and don'ts have been prepared. My dear friends, do's. Operating procedure. You should not bypass any operating procedure. Blow down. Regular gauge loss blow down. Once every watch, when you follow SMS, mostly it is done in one in alternative day or one in 3 days. High pressure boiler, you don't do it maybe once arrival departure only you do. So please note, you follow soup blow. That must also be done as we have been talking about. Soup blow has to be done at regular interval. Check smoke from boiler. Lubricate all boiler mechanical parts. Emergency shutdown of the boiler. It is necessary to follow safety routine. Valves and dampers, you have to check they are attending. You are attending properly, they function properly. Attend leakage. Check furnace. Firefighting appliance for boiler. What is the firefighting appliance for boiler? What is kept in front of boiler?
Sandbox.
Huh?
Sandbox.
Sandbox is not there today. In a sandbox, you have got your movable extinguisher. If the vessel is having water mist or hyper mist is also there above the boiler. When the hyper mist is there above the boiler, FSS code says you need not keep movable extinguisher in front of the boiler. Please note this point for your oral question. If hyper mist is provided for the boiler, the flat state may, you put the word may, exclude movable foam extinguisher. So you have to know what is the type. You have to conduct the drill properly to reach people. You don't keep an untrained operator. Excess blowing down may cause problem. Never operate soup blow when the boiler is operating on high load. Unusual observation. Don't avoid any unusual observation. Whether it is sounds, smoke flame, always rectify. Overload. Never overload. Feed water. Never include seawater under any circumstances. Leaky tubes. You have to immediately rectify. Water level. Don't trust water level indicator located at remote position. Somebody tells me in the class, sir, I got a remote, sir, so I got only one gauge glass. Forget about it. When you are coming for the examination and orals, you have to remember remote need not be trusted. So you must have 2 gauge glasses. Most of the flat states have set 2 gauge glasses. So you forget about 1 gauge glass and 1 remote. You have to think about 2 gauge glasses. Forget about remote, because the hallmark itself saying that do not trust the remote. Sometimes it is giving false information. Furnace door. That's what I told you. Furnace door is not properly closed, incinerator also will give you an alarm. After starting only, because it is leaking. Now the ship designs have improved. If it is not closed, alarm will come, boiler will not flash, incinerator also will not flash. Periodic maintenance is very, very important. So please note the above, you have to keep in mind do's and don'ts. So my friend wanted boiler survey. How often boiler survey is carried out, man? How often?
Once in 5 years.
No, no answer. How often it is carried out? Boiler survey, how often it is carried out as per DGS? I have already sent you, man.
Every year, sir.
Huh?
Annually.
Every year.
How often boiler survey is carried out?
Twice in 5 years. Vessel is more than 15 years annually.
Sir, no, sir, every year, sir. Every year.
How often the boiler?
2.5.
2.5. So it takes such a long time to answer. 2.5 years. Boiler survey has to be carried out every 2.5 years. Same thing like your trade-off, man. In 5 years, twice. Why you are doing boiler survey? To check the internal parts. We have to stop the boiler, naturally cool it, natural cooling. It may take 6 to 8 hours or even 10 to 12 hours. Don't rush. So you have to drain, and then you have to wait for the normal cooling, open up all mountings. This we are showing it for a bigger boiler. You start from top, come down and go up again, so that on full circle you are able to do the entire inspection. In your normal boiler, how many manhole doors are there?
Two.
Water side too. Okay, so you enter through that, where you can come down. You are opening up the manhole door. So maximum points you can inspect on the water side. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when you open up the furnace, you can check the smoke side. Smoke side also doors are there. You are opening up the door, you can clean the juice, etc. So please understand, at the bottom you have got headers. Headers are what? Handhold doors. All have to be removed. How many mountings in the boiler? Mountings I have done last man. How many mountings? My friend has to refer,
No,
nothing
sir.
has gone in your
Sir, more
head.
than 10, sir.
More than 10.
Around 12 you guys.
What is the important mounting you can think of? Name 3 or 4.
Safety
I can't hear.
Safety wall.
How many safety walls?
Two safety
Then
valve.
what else? What is the necessity for air vent wall?
To remove the.
What do you do before flushing boiler for air vent wall? Huh?
Remove air, sir.
Is it open or closed?
Open, sir.
Why open?
Make sure steam is
Why open?
Purging.
Unwanted gases.
Nobody has observed your pressure cooker at home also, huh? It has to be, initially your mother is not putting the safety valve, na? Huh? Your pressure cooker is valve
Time
is
to
safety valve,
acclimate steam,
huh?
sir.
Why it is kept open? You are keeping it open, you say,
First
na?
we need to take out air, sir.
Take out air or some gas, trap the gas. Water only can form steam. If any gas is there, it will be uneven, it may explode. That is why boiler, your vent valve must be open. When you are filling up full for layup also, vent valve must be open, water should come and must be out. Okay, now all the boiler mountings you have to inspect. See here, ensure boiler is safely isolated and allowed to cool naturally. What I told you, same points are here. Vent cock open and clear. Permit to work. Entry into enclosed space. All those points you must understand. Boiler is an enclosed space. We have to follow. Remove top manifold first. Wash out boiler as soon as possible using high pressure fresh water, not seawater. Remove all mountings for overall. Remove burner unit for access to furnace. Clean out fire side, sweeping from top wards. Please understand, my friends. The other day, I also informed you that boiler furnace, you got a manifold door, furnace door for entry. Sometimes it is large, sometimes it is small. So, how you can train your people to enter into the furnace? There is a training method, no?
Left should go first.
What is the training method? Which part of the body will go first?
First leg, sir.
Ah,
Then,
and then he
then
has to slide inside.
yes, sir.
He has to be confident. He has to be medically fit. Ah, that fellow goes there, he is in a panicky situation. What will you do? How will you bring him out? That incident also I told you.
Once you can
My crew member went inside. He forgot how to come out. He is a little fat fellow. He is from inside screaming, "Sir, I have to come out." Anyway, ventilation was there. No problem, but how to bring him out? So, we have to go and tell him, hey, if you cannot come on your own, we have to cut the boiler. Huh? Sir, cut the boiler? Yes, with gasketing. Sir, sparks will come, sir. Okay, we'll give you fire resistant material, you cover yourself. Moment he knew, all these things, he came out by himself. Please note, without training people, do not allow them to enter into enclosed space. Boiler is an enclosed space. We talked about crankcase explosions, covered space, everything is enclosed space. So please understand, this is very, very important. Training your people how to carry out boiler survey. You have to conduct a briefing meeting. Ask them to write all the points, give them time to analyze, then come back with their doubts. Then only you can start the job. Don't get into trouble. Any staff member is going to be injured or whatever I have told you, he has entered, he is not able to come. Who is the supervisor? You are the supervisor, you are the second engineer. So you will be put into trouble in the court also. Understand that point, your responsibility. Sweeping from top to downwards so that it will come from there. Boiler survey will be based on visual inspection. Hammer testing of corroded wasted support brackets. Don't worry, you are inspecting. Take a pin hammer one side, with all your force hammer it and see. Don't bother for anybody. If it is breaking, you have to repair it. It is better it breaks at that time rather than while working. So please understand, crack testing may be by dye penetrant or magnetic. Today it is not dye penetrating, ultrasonic. In case of repairs having carried out, then radiography, X-ray, hydraulic pressure test that day we told you already 1.5 times for any welding you have done on the boiler. Wastage defined as lost plate material. General external wastage, wear and tear, local external wastage, fire side wastage, water side fitting, caustic cracking. All those things have already been informed to you in the boiler water chemistry. These are all for high pressure boilers. Overheating can take place. Brewing. See, some of the damages we are showing it to you. See, the tubes are clogged. How to clean the tubes? By only brush method. Then the people have to wear personal protective equipment. The suit, when it is coming out, it should not hurt them or their health. So you have to take care. This is one of the foul ones. You see, inside the furnace is taking the tubes. These are all for high pressure. This is the steam drum, water drum, furnace. 3 burners will be there. Water drum. What is all the points you see? Boiler foot. Packing strip will be there. Boiler stool will be there. All these points you have to check for corrosion. On completion of the examination, boiler should be reassembled with new joints, new packings. Don't be lazy. You have to clean. You are doing the boiler 1 in 2.5 years. Then surveyor will observe the boiler operating at design working pressure. Design working pressure. If you have reduced, you have to inform surveyor, reduce it and make a plate in the furnace door, then only you can reduce it. Gate glass should also be done through automatic shutdowns tested. What is automatic shutdowns?
If your pistol is broken, the ball.
What is all the alarms and trips? You have to show it to the surveyor because you have done the survey. The same point was explained to you the earlier time when changing the boiler from manual to auto. You have to test. Otherwise, there is no point of just changing and going. Same thing I told you for the UMS vessel. That standby pumps have to be tried out. Standby pumps have to be tried out before you accept standby. Okay, friends? This is for your boiler, bulging of furnace. See that? These are all there in your school argument. You have to go through. See, manhole door, external wastage, caustic cracking. All these points are there. Go through it. Please understand, it is necessary for you to go through. Tube repair. Tube can be repaired or let me show you. This is the way for plugging. Temporary repairs. This is the type of plug used in that ship. Both sides you have to plug so that particular tube is isolated. That particular tube is isolated. How many tubes? All depends on how many tubes are leaking. That point already told you that if it is necessary, you have to reduce steam capacity. The chief engineer has to calculate, not the surveyor. The chief engineer has to calculate how much he will reduce. Accordingly, you should show this calculation to the surveyor, then only it will be accepted. This is another type plug. This is also used, that is also used. This may be easy for you to draw in case if it is asked. It is there in school talking, you can check. This is another. Yes. What is that?
So that stud which is going in the tube, it's end to end out.
This is the one shape. Now it will go. It is a soft metal. Once you are tightening, stop. All depends. This is the type
Center
of
stud
Huh? This goes to the other side. No?
till the other side.
Both sides.
So it stays so long.
Thread will be only through some point, not full. So this is one side you are plugging, another side you are plugging. This is soft.
Sir, that
metal.
stud length will be from the top till the bottom or else only?
Whatever the tubes you have got, man. Some tubes are horizontal, some tubes are vertical. You have to plug at both sides. What is your doubt?
My doubt is I saw the plug, sir, on board.
That is different. That's what I am saying. This is the type of plug that we have drawn from that manual.
But
That is
still,
the type.
But
Which is easy.
what
for
will be
you
the
to
length of
follow.
this, what will be the length of this plug, sir?
All depends on the tube.
Length
Yeah?
of the tube.
How much is the length of tube?
But now since this is only end to end, sir. அது வேற type.
Why such points came to your mind? Why should we bother about length of tube? What is necessary now is the outer plug.
That's it, sir.
Okay. This one side you are plugging. Maybe it is 2 meters, 3 meters. Another side you are plugging. Okay. So, my friend, don't get confused. This is the type of boiler from where we have taken the drawing. Your ship, you check what is the thing or follow this. ECE is what is informed in the class. This is the easiest way. Where you get confused, soft metal so that it forms a seal. Normally it is lead. Okay. Take out plug. This is your exhaust gas boiler. You have to sometimes weld it. So this is a very, very difficult job. Normal people cannot weld. You don't have a welder. These are all high pressure boilers. Something expanded and mounted. This is the type tube fitting. Tube fitting today you are not doing. You have to call for help on this. Don't think that you can fit the tube. You can plug the tube. It's just somebody is going to ask you, yes sir, tube fitting, expanded on the front mount, sometimes grooves it. That's all, because tube you cannot extract, change it. Many tube can, you are only an operating engineer. You can plug, you cannot renew. So gone are the days when you were having people, trained people. This is another type. Tube roller. These are all things which see the practical area. I will show you what is important for you.
Yes, sir.
This is high pressure boiler. Manual door. Please note, compensating ring will always be there. The doors elliptical in size. Everything you know. Joints are very, very important. Today it is new print joint, no steam joint, new print. It is suitable for that. This is the type of manifold door for all boilers. When the pressure is coming, it will close. That is why it is like this. Okay, man, it is also there in verse. Ah, yes, yes. The water hammer, these are all points already informed to you. Okay, any doubt in survey, my friend? Survey has to be carried out in 1 to 2.5 years. But if it, period can be reduced or it is sticking to 2.5 years only. When the boiler is becoming old, can they stick to 2.5 years?
No, sir.
Ah, so please note, when the boiler is old, the classification classification on behalf of flag state. Please understand, you don't have CSM for boiler. Have you got CSM for boiler? Is it included in your CSM?
What is old, sir? How
Not
many years?
included in CSM. Never answer yes, no, it is not included. Because it is under flag state. So, pressure vessel is not coming, but classification society will come and inspect on behalf of flag state. They are known as recognized organizations. So, when they come, the boiler is 8 years old, 10 years old, anytime they come, even new boiler, when we go there, we ask what is the boiler chemistry, what is the treatment you have given. We check on that. If the treatment given is not happy, if we are not happy about the missing gear operation you have done, trained your people, then we say sorry, we are coming again, you have to go for a thorough hooker treatment. He's saying
Better, sir.
time up, huh?
Time up, sir.
Never, huh? So my friends, please know, it is not, it is up to the surveyor. He will inform immediately the flag state saying that the boiler has to be inspected periodically because the ship is not taking care. All of you know, when the boiler is exploding, what happens? Some death is imminent. To avoid problems, accidents, death, last classification is going on behalf of flag state. So the 2.5 years depends on the ship. If it is not maintaining boiler chemistry, by looking externally, we know what is happening. All corrosion, this, that. Then we ask the people to blow down the gate glass, people will be blinking because they don't know or they are afraid to go through. So please understand, this is very, very important. Boiler is a very, very important topic. We have done today. I will show you whatever we have done. Please note that